This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. As the days get shorter and colder, it can really take a toll on how we feel. Maybe that means calling your grandma, writing a letter to your friend, finally grabbing lunch with someone you haven't seen in a while. And just like reaching out to a friend, starting therapy can take a bit of courage. BetterHelp makes it easy to start therapy. You'll be matched with a licensed therapist based on your needs and preferences so you can focus on your growth and goals. Not happy with your match? You can switch therapists anytime with no hassle. This month, don't wait to reach out, whether that's checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself. BetterHelp makes it easier to take that first step. And our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/PFF. That's betterhelp.com/PFF. Let's get to our updated Heisman rankings right now, Dalton. 5-1. How would you order the Heisman Trophy race right now?
All right, number 5, I'm going to go with a guy we actually didn't see this week, Georgia Tech on a bye week. I'm going to leave it. This was a debate for this number 5 spot because there was some other guys I could have easily thrown here. I mentioned Jacob Rodriguez earlier in the show. David Bailey's a good mention. How about Byron Brown right now is the 3rd highest graded quarterback in the country for USF in the blazing hot stretch he's on. I think he had a 94 grade against UTSA this past week. But I'm going to go with Haynes King here. Also in that mix among the highest graded quarterbacks in the country. 5th in the nation among quarterbacks, 2nd in the Power 4 in rushing yards. He's been outstanding all year. We mentioned it last week that he was certainly not the reason that they lost to NC State. Defense gave up 48 points. Nobody carries their team. A couple of guys, maybe Diego Pavia too in there in that mix. I'll talk about him, but very few guys, if any, carry their team like Haynes King just because they had a week off. He should not be forgotten about. Number 4, I'm going with Ty Simpson from Alabama. He's been obviously really good. You know I love Ty Simpson. Little lower in the grade rankings, more like a top 25 guy in the grading, and it was kind of a really good first half from him this week, and I thought he missed a few throws in the second half, and Alabama winning a mostly defensive game against LSU, but the schedule he's gone through and the way he's played for the most part this year, outstanding stuff. Number 3, I'm actually putting Diego Pavia for the way that he carried this team through this Auburn win and the way that he continues to carry this team through tough times. Yes, he had the 2 turnovers, the big turnovers against Alabama, and they got off to a slow start, but keep in mind, too, even in that Texas game, man, oh man, he almost brought him all the way back, right? Pavia and Haynes King are the 2 guys that I'm like, boy, nobody puts their team on their back like that. Number 2, I'm going Fernando Mendoza. The game-winning drive, he was excellent throughout the day. Wavered a bit, obviously, with the interception to King Mack earlier in the fourth quarter, but that drive, I mean, it is a big moment, right? To go on the road in a difficult environment, even with a Penn State team playing a lot better than their record shows. Got Mendoza at 2, but number 1, Julian Sayin from Ohio State just continues to. He's played darn near perfect football this year. Like, I think 93.5 passing grade. The next closest player is at 90.8. Again, on pace to set records for completion percentage, adjusted completion rate, accuracy rates on par with the Joe Burrows and Bo Nixes and guys we have records for in our quarterback charting. And think about it this way. He had that interception in the end zone deep in Purdue territory there in the red zone. That was probably his worst. I haven't looked at it officially, but that was probably his worst throw of the year. And he still had an 88.8 passing grade this week. Just it's every week, just casually. 27-33. Yeah, that's normal. It's just every single week. Think about it this way. He's had at least a 70% completion rate in all but one game this year. And the one game was the Texas game, and it was 65. He's playing perfect football. I don't even know at this point. Because I get it with Mendoza and struggling and then getting the big drive going, but Julian Sayin doesn't even get to have those because he's so dominant.
Yeah, that's why Heisman moments are so overrated. They're so overrated. I get it. Like
they matter in
their memories, but
they matter in a sense, and winning matters, which is why for as great a numbers.
Yeah, but if you're blowing out teams.
Oh, no,
having a Heisman moment doesn't really matter.
It's just what we're leading to. It's the idea that it's not locked up by any means, but I'm in the boat that I think Sayin's the best quarterback in the country.
Yeah.
It's just the draft scouts are going to hype up Mendoza because that's a this year thing.
Yeah.
But no, Sayin, and look, we're going to find this out. He gets to go in the big house and play Michigan.
That'll be a Heisman moment right there.
And then those two get to go and play each other.
And then whoever wins that is a Heisman moment.
That's pretty much what you're looking at.
I saw the argument on Twitter. It was like, oh, Sayin doesn't have a Heisman moment yet. It's like, yeah, because they've blown everyone else out of the country. Like, I feel like the Texas game was the only game that was even close this year for Ohio State. Like, sorry that Julian Sayin just completely torched a Penn State defense a couple weeks ago that was just a blowout. So
I think we are most likely just going down the road where those two are going to get to duke it out.
Yeah, that's it. And I said it before.
Actually, and all things considered, with Ohio State and the losing streak to Michigan, that's going to be a big deal.
No, it won't. And I said it before, like, whoever wins that game is going to win the Heisman. That's just what's going to be. So there's no really point of screaming about it yet either because it's just not worth it at this point. But my number 5, I had Jeremiah Love. So I had a non-quarterback in there. I think he's been unreal this year. He's been the best running back in the country, in my opinion. He had a great game against Navy, an unreal touchdown run, too. We somehow stayed up on his feet. He's been unreal this year. Number 4, I have Diego Pavia, second in PFF grade this year, only behind Julian Sayin, 90.9 PFF grade this year. Number 3, Ty Simpson from Alabama, who's been really, really good this year. And I think him beating Diego Pavia kept him over for me. And also, like, he's just been so good this year against a really hard schedule. And then I think the top 2 are starting to separate themselves right now in Mendoza and Sayin. I think Mendoza's been great this year. I'm not trying to take that away from him, but he has been phenomenal. 26 touchdowns, 5 picks in the year, 90.3 PFF grade, tie for 6th in the country. But number 1 for me with a silver bullet is still Julian Sayin. This kid's been the best quarterback in the country, 93.5 PFF grade with 86.3% adjusted completion rate, 80.9% completion rate, which would be easily right now the best in the country by over 8 points and would be the all-time record as well. Julian Sayin is the best quarterback in the country. And by the way, it is possible to have the best quarterback and great receivers too. It is possible. It's not one or the other. It's not one carrying the other. It is possible. I'm not saying they're as good as this team in 2019, but Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Justin Jefferson, they're all good players in their own right. It is possible Julian Sayin's awesome, Jeremiah Smith's awesome, and Carnell Tate's awesome. That is possible, guys. It's not just one or the other.
Oh, well,
those people on Twitter arguing like, oh, it's just because of the receivers. And then for Jeremiah Smith, it's like, oh, it's because he has Julian Sayin. It's like, no, maybe it's both.
I mean, Jeremiah did it with Will Howard, did he not?
Dude, the bad faith arguments I'm seeing on Twitter right now are ridiculous.
We'll just take it from our angle. Ohio State's first in the country in passing grade and first in receiving grade.
There you go.
And you know what? He did it yesterday without Carnell Tate.
Yep.
So I know Jeremiah's Superman, but I mean this. And look, who's second in the nation in receiving grade? Indiana.
Is it Indiana?
Yeah.
They got good players too.
I mean,
it's not Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate, but that
great
Cooper, Surratt.
Charlie Becker, apparently.
Charlie Becker, yeah.
I mean, Charlie Becker, we're making the argument. But I mean, look, great teams have great receivers. It is what it is. Texas A&M with Craver and KC. I mean, USC and all the guys. Notre Dame's got a million of them. You saw them all yesterday at some. Good teams have good receivers.
Yep.
And Sayin is not getting carried. That kid is a freak of nature with the accuracy.
No, it's unbelievable. Yeah. So, again, I know I got a little bit hot right there, too, but it's going to happen. We're going to figure this out in December. Whoever wins a Big Ten title game is most likely going to win the Heisman Trophy as well. So, it all gets settled later on in the year, but yeah, I just know a lot of people right now are really staking their claim for who should win the Heisman. Every year this happens. Like the Travis Hunter, Ashton Jeanty debate last year was contentious.
The only award I'm going to lock in right now, and because I've been on this for the last 24 hours, is Rodriguez should win the Butkus.
Yeah.
That's the only – and even then, is anybody else arguing with me on that?
Yes.
You can if you want.
No, absolutely. Fun, and I would argue he might not even win it. Arvell Reese might win it. You know he will. Dude, Jalen Walker won the Butkus last year for like doing the same thing, really. We love Arvell Reese on the show. I'm not saying he's not.
He might be second, but I see no reason for anybody.
I'm just saying, do not be surprised if he wins that award.
Well, we have our own award show after the season ends, so we'll take care
the
of
only
that
ones
part,
that matter. The only ones that matter.
There's a long way to go in this Heisman race. It's going to be a fun one.